Sanibona, ngaphambi singene kwivideo namuhla, ngithi angithathe lethuba ngibonge isupport nothando nesikhombise lona lingaphezu kokucabanga kwethu. Siyacela niqhubeke nisupporte njalo ngokubuka amavideo ethu, ungakhohlwa ukukhomenta, ushare, ulike. Siyafisa ukuzwa umbono wakho. Sicela ke singene kwivideo namuhla. Izolo sithole indaba ezithi omunye wofakazi obake bafika lapha kwi-commission kaMadlanga owaziwe ngo-witness D ngoba be testifier in camera. Udutshuliwe izolo wabulawa. Kubuhlungu ukuthi udutshulwe phambi kwengane zakhe nonkosikazi. Abathintekanga ke bona kodwa yena uhambile emhlabeni. Ilo mbona la ku screen sakho bese join i-private security company noma ubene private security company yakhe. Ngizokukhumbuza ngobufakazi bakhe abusho lapha kwi-commission kodwa kunamazwi awasho ngasekugcineni ngizokucaphunela wona. Kodwa lesigameko senza sizibuza ukuthi ngabe abantu abatestifya kwi-commission kaMadlanga noma bezayo bazothola ubufakazi babo phakathi kwe-commission kaMadlanga abanayo witness protection na? Uma benayo babanayo ngesikhathi besatestify emveni kwalapho bese kwenzakalana. Ngoba ama-whistleblowers kwenzeka isigameko esinje kubo. Uma uqala uthi ukuveza iqiniso noma ukhuluma iqiniso, okulandelayo ukuthi uzofa wena ushiye ingane zakho. Lokhu nje kwenza ngizibuza ukuthi ngabe ama-witness protection ihamba ibanga elingakanani. Ey'nsukwini ezedlule uShongwe we-MK Party ukhala ukuthi wahijackwa ngesikhathi wahijackwa wakidnapwa ngesikhathi bephumuka nje beqeda nje interviewer uVusumuzi Matlala. Kubantu abaningi ababekhuluma ku-social media babethi uza namaplani ucabanga ukuthi sonke singaba senkandla kuyinto enjalo. Kodwa-ke ngiyazi ukuthi njengabantu base-South Africa sithatha izinto serious uma sekunomonakalo nje. Baphephe kangakanani abantu abasephalamende ngoba babhalile iletter to speaker asikakaboni response ukuthi abantu aba-involve kulama proceedings bavikeleka kanjani bonke. Kungaze kwenzeke kumuntu bese kuyina kuthiwa kuninyathelo ezizothathwa. Commission isivezela amaqiniso ebesingeke siwezwe ndawo. Kodwa kuyi-responsibility yayo i-commission ukuthi ayibavikele abantu abangama-witness. Balesigameko sesenza ukuthi abantu ofuneka bezothola ubufakazi babo, whether in camera, whether ozovela straight, babe nalo uvalo. Ngenxa yalezi zinto ezenzekayo. Ngoba uma umuntu etestify in camera, uma umazi uzolizwa izwi lakhe bese uyeza ukuthi ubani lo khuluma lapha. Nayo into ekhona. Kanti uma ungamazi njengathi angeke umazi ukuthi ubani. Kodwa uma umazi uzolizwa izwi lakhe ukuthi lo okhulumayo ngubani. Khona witness wake wafika kwi-commission wayekhuluma yena, then bakulaba ama-junior attorney kube uyena okhulumayo izwi lakhe lingazwakali isidala. Ngazi bathi witness X na. Ngicabanga ukuthi mhlawumbe kuyogcina sek-adopta leyo system leyo ukuze sigcine abantu singabazi kanti lento benza ukuthi ibe lula. Ngoba makukhuluma lo ukhulume lo ithatha isikhathi eside lo process. Kodwa uma lokho kungukuthi kuzovikela laba abangofakazi mhlawumbe kungasiza. Ngizokucaphunela uBrigadier Atlenda Mathe kanye no-General Major General Kekana basichazele kwenzakaleni.
A very good evening, colleagues. Just a sec for joining us this evening. We've got Major General Kekana, the Deputy Provincial Commissioner responsible for policing. We've got Brigadier Dipakwani. He's also the head of forensics in the province. So I'm now going to hand over to the General just to outline what has happened this evening. Over to you, General. Thank you.
All right, thanks very much. This afternoon, around about 8:30 in the evening. This evening, one of the people who appeared at Madlanga Commission with a code name Witness D just came home with his wife At the gate, after I alighted, when he was about to open the gate, he was shot. The wife was not hurt. The only 2 shots were fired. The people that were in the house confirmed the same. And the assailants disappeared. Currently, we are not having any information which we can give out currently. Although on preliminary investigation, we could manage to trace a Nissan NP200 white with a canopy through cameras that are within the precinct or vicinity. The witness D, it's one of the one who exposed or who came and exposed the incident where a person was killed, and he confirmed during the commission, Madlanga Commission, that he's the one who took the body and threw it in the dam. And he indicated that he was working with certain people. Some of them did appear at Madlanga Commission, and some are still not, didn't yet appear. What we can allude is that this matter of the man who was thrown in the dam that happened in 2022, it's investigated by IPIT since that time. IPIT had got more detailed information. I was with them there. They are here. The investigating officer of that matter gave us a full briefing of what's happening, including the same deceased's involvement in the matter. It's unfortunate what happened because the truth is still needed to what happened to that man and why. And with him also, it's unfortunate what happened because we expected him to assist and be part and parcel of the investigation. And even the criminal case when it goes to court, so that he can give verbatim the information to court so that the matter can be resolved. In the scene, we managed to mobilize all the necessary resources from our national forensic ballistics, our provincial forensic ballistics. Every team is here to ensure that no stone, no evidence, no anything that will assist in the investigation is left unaccounted for or not dealt with or gathered or analyzed. The provincial serious violent team is here. The whole team, including the commander, the provincial head, they are here, busy at the scene to ensure that they gather all the necessary evidence, working with forensics and also working with IPIT. Though one of the people of IPIT who was mentioned is also here in the same matter, by the same man. It's also here at the scene. They shared everything with us. We have the idea of what's going on, but we need a suspect who killed him. No one has got a right to take lives of anybody for whatever reason, and that will not be left to die without being unraveled and exposed. And we are going to ensure that everything that is linked to his death, starting with that death of that person and his involvement, we deal with it thoroughly. That's all what we can give up to now.
Right.
General,
please repeat your question.
Okay, my question, General, how is it possible that this individual did not have police protection, considering you have just confirmed that he was going to be a witness in a major police investigation?
There's another investigation.
Yeah, there is certain, as I alluded, this investigation of his involvement in that incident is 2022. He has been alive since 2022 until now when Madlanga Commission started. Therefore, Currently, he didn't need protection for himself, and people cannot be forced to go to witness protection. But during that time, from 2022, he knew of the investigation. He was working with IPIT during that. Therefore, it's not a recent incident which it's part of this, what happened now. Of course, you cannot rule out that case of 2022. That's why I take you back, not necessarily now, recently at the Madlanga Commission, because it's that far. And it involved a lot of people. It involved a lot of things that need to be thoroughly investigated and proper linkages be done. And that's what is happening. IPIT is busy doing that.
One at a time.
Zianda Ngoma from Newsroom Africa. So you are tracking it back to that day of the 15th of April 2022 when that body was dumped. But what proactive steps is the South African Police Service taking to protect, firstly, someone like Witness D, but witnesses who might still be coming, because it's clear that evidence is being gotten rid of. So the speed with which you are also moving to deal with these issues, but also, are you having a watching brief? As you know, you are saying it's Witness D, so you are tying it to the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry, people who've been there and who are potentially coming.
Firstly, it's a 41-year-old male, this Witness D. That's the first thing. Secondly, the case, that specific case of 2022 is not investigated by SAPS. It's investigated by IPIT. Therefore, that question of protection must go to IPIT. Us subs now, we investigate this one of the matter. But hence I say we cannot delink them. They are linked. And we cannot avoid that. They are linked. And that's why we work together. IPIT, the investigator officer of that specific 2022 case, it's here. And even another investigating officer of IPIT who was mentioned at Madlanga, it's here. We met them. They gave us the brief. And we are comfortable and satisfied that investigation is at advanced stage. It's promising, and we, out of that, will get something. But that's where we can say. And when it comes to witness protection, Madlanga Commission gave and offered people witness protection. And some of them didn't agree or offered to say, we are comfortable. We don't need witness protection. And some of those witnesses who appeared, and some are still going to appear, did agree. They are under witness protection. Therefore, it cannot be asked from SAPS for those protection, because it's not our matter. It's Madlanga Commission matter and IPIT matter.
Yeah. I think, colleagues, also just to clarify, I mean, the SAPS and the Madlanga Commission are working quite closely. So if there's a need for protection for any witness, those conversations are being had.
Taking place.
Yeah, they are taking place. So for now, I don't think there was a request for protection for the deceased thus far.
General Pule here from ENCA. The witness told us he was going to be shot 2 days ago. And he was actively fighting illegal mining here. He says he wanted to expose a syndicate which is linked to senior government officials. Are you aware about this? Was this ever reported to the SAPS? And you're not ruling out the possibility of this being a hit on this individual?
You know, when there is a crime incident like this one, we don't rule anything out. We investigate fully. Whether it's a hit, whether it's pure criminality, whether it's coincident, when we do investigation, the results and outcome of investigation will expose, we will be in a position to know what actually happened. Is it a hit? Is it something else? That we cannot rule out, but we investigate. That's the bottom line. And investigation is a process which need to be taken very meticulously in such a way that you don't leave anything that comes from any side, including the information you give us. We'll be happy. But from our side, that information was not brought to our attention. Because if it was brought to our attention, certain steps, including to advise and request him to be placed at witness protection in collaboration and working with IPID, that would have been considered, and that could have been done.
And has that led forward to Guma police?
Yes, and for us, it was never brought to our attention, as I say.
Okay, any more questions, colleagues?
I do have an extra question. I mean, let's be very frank. That matter was 3 years ago, and we had testimony. We've been having testimony at the commission. It's simple. Who stood to gain the most from killing witness D?
It's criminals who were involved in any criminality where this witness wanted to give evidence against any investigation that is already started in 2022. And also when it comes to that one of illegal mining, yeah, we are aware that in one way or another, he was working or assisting, I don't know what you will call, in things like illegal mining. But that also forms part of our investigation.
So then you're not ruling out that possibility then?
As I highlighted, investigation, it's a process. We don't leave anything that come to our ear.
But surely you should be changing tact, though, because when murky waters here, that matter was 3 years ago, and you're still saying you're investigating that the IPID officers are from that matter are here. There is a very urgent commission of inquiry that is dealing with very urgent matters, and lives are definitely at risk if anything of tonight is anything to go by.
Yes.
Yes. So what I'm saying is that what tact are you going to... You need to change tact, in other words, in how you approach these issues. You're working hand in glove with the commission of inquiry, active steps that you'll be taking to ensure that this does not happen again, and we're not standing here at night.
No, it's fine. IPID, as I indicated, they are the ones that investigate that 2022 matter. We are engaging. We are going to engage them. Even now, after the today, even from here, we are going to engage them to ensure that we address those people or witnesses which they know we don't know. We don't know who. We don't know. They will assist us, and we'll advise them to say we need to look into those witnesses' safety, and working together with us, including Madlanga Commission, will ensure that those potential witnesses whose lives might be a threat are addressed. But mind you, if they are approached and requested to go to witness protection and they opt not to accept that, they cannot be forced. But we will do all what we can to engage them, those witnesses, if there is any that need that, or if there is any that we need to ensure they need protection, we'll do that.
I think
ngoba nizwa ke lolu daba oluqhubekayo uyasho uBrigadier Lenda Mathi ukuthi uNational Commissioner sazokhuluma noJustice Madlanga kuboniswane ngalolu daba, mhlambe kuzophuma istatement esivela kwiMadlanga Commission ngasazi. Kodwa nje sizolokhu silixoxa lolu daba. Ngithe nje angenze le video ukupdate, kodwa ngifisa ukucaphunela inkulumo yakhe ayisho ngasekugcineni ngesikhathi ayithula ubufakazi bakhe lapha phambi kweMadlanga Commission. Witness D, ngiyibona ibalekile kakhulukazi njengoba sikhuluma ngalolu daba lokudutshulwa kwakhe. Ngiyacela ukusubscribe kwi-channel, ulike ivideo, ucomment. Ungasupporta ngokuba imember le channel, iqala ku-R40 ngenyanga kuyaphezulu. Ungasidonatela noma ngamalini, khona account kwi-comment ephiniwe. Ngicela uzwe la. Unye futhi abezindaba abakuvezayo la ukuthi udaba lika 2022 kuze kube namhlanje alikaze laphothula lokuthiwa kunama investigations aqhubekayo. So kufanele labantu basukuma basebenze ngokusheshsha. Awukwazi ukuthi udaba olulodwa lingathatha 3 years bephila bonke abantu abathinteka kulolo daba. Akwazi ukuthi ngathi udaba lithathe 3 years kodwa abayaphila abantu abathinteka kulolo daba. Ngoba witness dema ifakazi ukhuluma ngomuntu abamchupa washona, ukhuluma ukuthi kwafika uBrigadier Mkhwanazi into eshiwo uwitness D wafika ubrigadier Yamkhwanazo batshethe bayikline kanjani i-crime scene basithatha isidumbu wasithathe yena uwitness D ayosifaka emfuleni yonke lento lwayisho phambi kwekhomishini bayaphila-ke bonke labantu okukhulunywa ngabo ukuthi nje makuthiwa ama-investigations ngo-2022 kuze kube namhlanje awakaphothulwa futhi kuba yikho le commission shuthi lolu udaba belizonyathelwa njengenyawo ligcine liphelele emoyeni mhlawumbe ingakho labo abathintekayo ngiyacabangela bebona ukuthi abamsuse ngoba bayabona ukuthi manje selikwesinye isigaba ba ngesikhathi sisaphenywa i-EMPD abe bengenamsebenzi nalo futhi i-EMPD nayo sengiqala ungayethemba emveni kokuba nje ngizwe ubufakazi buka Cedric Nkabinde Chief of Staff ka Minister uSenzo Mchunu kwenza nayo ngingayethembi.
I fear this group and others like it who are responsible for a host of similar offences and even hijackings or armed robberies using state vehicles and resources. I see that it was not finalized. I fear that left unchecked, it's going to create a massive problem for the rest of society in terms of trust in the police and private security.
And what do you believe the Commission could potentially do in that respect?
Sorry, Advocate, can you just repeat that?
You say that you fear this group and
Yes.
others like them, and you fear what they are capable of doing to society. My question to you, what do you believe the Commission can do to address your fear or to stop your fear from being realized?
Commissioner, at this stage, I am frustrated with the legal process that, especially with this incident and others preceding it and others that may follow it, with the judicial process that's taking place. These offences, these crimes are well documented. The whole world knows of this. But there's no action being taken against these individuals. I mean, my incident where I'm physically involved took place in 2022. It's to a point that I am having to do my own security as well. I'm having to do PERSEC runs, OPSEC runs, just to ensure that myself is safe, my clients are safe, because they might even target your clients. In terms of the community at large, the blue light hijackings, it is continuing. We have people raiding premises without a search warrant, stating they are police officers. In this group, there is civilians that's identifying themselves as police officers, and they just allowed to basically continue this. And I mean, then, yeah, where do we stop as a community? Where do we stop as a? We're supposed to be a civilized state. We cannot have this.
Commissioner Baloy?
Yes. Witness, earlier on you said that after the Delmas incident, you removed yourself from stock recovery. What is the Delmas incident, and did it involve any members of law enforcement?
Commissioner, the Delmas incident also took place in 2022. Shortly after I resigned from Guardian's Security, we received intelligence from in relation to a warehouse invasion where 4 truckloads of copper was stolen from a premises in Springs. An informer contacted us and informed us that he has a location of where this copper is being kept. Myself, Kobus Jansen van Rensburg, and Warrant Officer Roots from Crime Intelligence proceeded to the location. We were met by Captain Carla Hartley that was doing patrol in the area. We informed her of our information. We proceeded to this plot and gained access and found the truck with the copper that was stolen in Springs. Approximately 10 minutes after our discovery, Kershaw Lee Stolz in a Metro Police vehicle, Aiden McKenzie in a Metro Police vehicle, rushed into the scene. They drove quite fast into the scene, And they didn't introduce themselves because we know them. And they said they're here for the recovery. Warrant Officer Roots then explained to them that SAPS member is already on scene and that it's his scene. That he's notified LCRC, and Captain Hartley also indicated that she's a senior officer and that EMPD has no mandate or jurisdiction in Delmas. They were very unhappy with myself, Kobus, Captain Hartley, as well as Warrant Officer Roots. Shortly after this, Chris Smith from Track Squad and Etienne arrived with a helicopter and started taking stock of the recovery stock. That is to say, count the recovered stock and phoning the owners, wanting a recovery fee. So we prevented them from getting a recovery fee for this recovery. It's also important to note where we recovered the copper on the plot in Delmas. That plot was rented, or space of a section of the plot was rented by an ex-girlfriend of Etienne van der Walt. So to me, it feels that the stock was left there after the robbery for them to recover it.
How common are these kind of incidents where law enforcement officers, security companies, and private citizens or civilians have been involved in similar operations such as what you're describing, what you've just described now, from your own experience and involvement?
If I may, like I mentioned, I did withdraw from that, but it is very common. I would say you have 2-3 events a month where it's high-value cargo, to say cobalt, copper, or even just a normal blue light hijacking, which, as indicated, and it's prevalent in social media, news media, where police officers are part of the hijacking team. And then again, with the recovery on cobalt and copper, it is a planned operation from the start to the very end of the fake recovery. So these individuals that's doing the recoveries, that invoices the clients or the owners of the property, they would know at the start where the copper is going. They would know which vehicle to take. They would know which route to take. This is very prevalent along the N12, not the N12, my apologies, the N1 and then the N3 going past Alberton. So, and in most cases, until a stage, I would say until 6-7 months ago, it was very prevalent that EMPD members were doing the recoveries with individuals such as Etienne and Chris involved.
Thank you.
After Jaco Hannekom's death.
Yes, thank you, Witness D.
Just one question from me, Advocate Silo. Witness D, in paragraph 5 of your statement, you describe Jaco Hannekom as an SAPS informer of ill repute. But then in paragraph 47, you say at an incident in Brakpan, he arrived driving an Isuzu Baki fitted with blue lights. And when you asked why he was driving a police vehicle, he showed you a letter signed by Chief Mkwanazi saying he was an EMPD police officer. As far as you know, was Jaco Hannekom an EMPD officer or a private citizen?
Commissioner, if I may, Jaco Hannekom was never a police officer. Jaco Hannekom he was a registered police informer. And as indicated, I believe he was involved with these illicit activities. And he was, that evening when I confronted him, he was in fact impersonating a police officer. I even indicated or asked him, so if you are the officer, how is it possible that you have a criminal conviction? You are not fit to carry a firearm, because I did check Jaco Hannekom's background when he became a role player, and I knew that he's not fit to carry a firearm. In actual fact, he tried unsuccessfully a few times to obtain a firearms license or even a competency. And then also from that, I knew that it's impossible for Jaco Hanekom to be an EMPD member.
So what you are telling this commission, Witness D, is that there are private citizens out there who are driving around in EMPD vehicles fitted with blue lights, and they carry with them letters signed by senior officials within EMPD representing to the public that these people are officers.
That is what I'm saying, Commissioner.
Thank you, Commissioner Baloy.
It's a different question, and it's more for you if you're able to answer, Mr. Lo. The witness describes in paragraph 36 the attendance at the dam and or the attempt to go to the dam and finding the LCRC vehicles. Do we know that this which he describes in 36 is corroborated by the LCRC? If you're able to answer.
What we know is that there is a record of recovery of the body from the dam.
Okay.
But
Zwele esho ukuthi lolu daba lolu nja involve kulala ngo-2022 selinesikhathi eside lukhona yingakho neseze waba provide yena ngesecurity yakhe ngoba ebona lolu daba lolu bahudula inyawo bafanele kodwa ngoba lithinta abantu abanekhundla ephezulu. Imagine nje kunomuntu ongesiliphoyisa kodwa oneletha emvumela ukuthi akenze umsebenzi wamaphoyisa ngoba ethole kumuntu oyisenior esiphoyiseni. Ngesikhathi ethula ubufakazi bakhe phambi kwe-commission kaMadlanga u-commissioner or brigadier Julius Mkhwanazi bambuzile ngo-witness D wathi akamazi. Cela uzwe la.
There was an individual who testified before the commission under the pseudonym identity of Witness D. Is that correct?
It's correct. I started to be aware 2023 when IPT approached me. Yes.
So you're aware that evidence was given by an individual under the name Witness D in front of the commission?
Yes.
And amongst others, several allegations were made in respect of you.
Sorry, I must do something. It's very important. If you know the identity of Witness D, please do not mention it. It may be that during your engagements with IPIT, they mentioned the name to you.
Oh,
please do not mention it.
No, I don't know him.
Zwele ezikhulumela yena Witness D ukuthi uyawasaba lamadoda. Okwesibili futhi okumkhathazayo ukuthi udaba lolu selithatha isikhathi eside 3 years. So ne-justice system yethu inomthelela kuzo zonke lezi zinto lezi nakuma case angaresolviwe inomthelela. Kuma task team akhona iPKTT noma kukhona ama case engawaresolvile kodwa ingcono uma ungayicompare na wonke lamanye ama task team. Angazi sizathu yini. Kodwa ingcono ukube lolu daba lale investigator yiyo ngabe likwesinye isigaba alukwazi udaba lolodwa ukuthi IPD ngathatha 3 years kuthiwa investigate bephila bonke abantu ekuthiwa bayasolakala. Brigadier Mkhwanazi uyaphila, Witness D ubephila, bonke abantu bebephila. Yini ehlehlula ukuthi IPD investigate imane ethi cha siyayizwa into esho Witness D but ubufakazi abuhlangani. Kunokulokuthiwa hayi sesaphenya kuphele 3 years. I-justice system yethu is failing us. Hayi kancane. It has failed Witness D. Kodwa ushilo wathi awasaba lamadoda. Mhlambe abonile lamadoda, mhlawumbe abonile lamadoda ukuthi udaba selukwi-commission, udaba selinekela izwe, abantu sebeyazi kwenzakalani. Ngakho-ke abaphuthume. Obakuyebo abaphuthume. Ngapha kukhulunywa ngodaba okuthiwa beka-involve kulo le-illegal mining. Njengoba abethi abezindaba ubatshelile ukuthi ngenzeka dutshulwe uyazi. Isizathu mhlambe senza ukuthi angawazisa amaphoyisa ukuthi kuyafana. Kunodaba a-involve kulo elina 3 years li-investigator. Kuyafana. Umzulu Major General Kekana ethi bona njenge-SAPS bebengenalwazi. Kuyafana ukwazi kwabo nokungazi kwabo kuyinto eyodwa efanayo. Bengeke kuze kusize ngalutho. Maningi ama-case angaresolviwe. Angazi mina funa kwenziwe njani. Kodwa amaphoyisa isystem nje, justice system yonke funeka iqale bathathe umsebenzi wabo serious. Noma ingoba lithinta abantu abathize kube umuntu onjengami nje ongelutho. Ngabe mhlambe sekudala icase ekhona resolviwe bekuyothi kuphela unyaka ka2022 uqala oka2023 kube sekukhulunywa ezinye izindaba. Kodwa ngoba abantu abathize omntakabani abanamagama anginjalo. Asibambe le video. Ningithethelele ke ngiyazi ukuthi bakhona abantu wathi mawenza ivideo bathi uyazamula mangabe ngizamlile akuyona inhloso. U4 manje isikhathi ekseni. So uma ngenza le video manje ngo4 ekseni isikhathi. So umzimba usenakho ukukhathala nabuthongo obusekhona kimi kodwa ngithi ngcono ngenze le video kusemanje ngizokwazi ukuthi wena uyithole ngesikhathi. Mina nawe kasidimane kwivideo elandelayo. Ngiyabonga kakhulu.